What's up, everybody, and welcome to another interview installment from the Swank Arts and Entertainment series. I'm your boy DQ, or as like you can affectionately call me, Swank. I am so excited to have one of my bros on this interview series. But before we get to that, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share the video. You can check us. You're obviously checking us out on YouTube, or you can check us out on Facebook. But like, subscribe, share. You can also check us out on Instagram at Swank Arts and Entertainment as well. Throw that up down there. Also, you have to get permission to Facebook in order to share your comments. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your questions and your comments. So make sure that you click the link in the bio that gives Facebook permission to share your comments. Now, on to the interview. We got another one of my favorite people in the entire world. He is the CEO of Drae Entertainment LLC. He is a celebrity booking agent and manager. You've seen him with the likes of KeKe Wyatt, Faith Evans, and the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He is none other than one of my favorite people and bros, Andrae Crenshaw. So we'll bring him in right now. What's up, bro?
What's up, Dewayne Q? How are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm good. I can't complain. I can't complain. Welcome to the show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because we know that you are a bit of a private guy. You don't really like to do interviews. So we want to make sure that, we treat you with care and you get you information. But it's good to just let the people know who you are. I know that there's a lot of people that are probably asking or inquiring about, how the entertainment industry works. And you literally work behind the scenes and know all about the industry. So I'm really excited to sit with you. Thank you again for the opportunity, bro.
Well, you know what? Actually, you are very special to me, brother. Because I do not do this. However, because you probably gonna get me in trouble because other people are gonna be hitting me up like, no, wait a minute, Drae. So many times to be on my show, and here you go on the Dewayne Q show. Yes, I am on the Dewayne Q show because you are special to me. So therefore, I want to say thank you and for having me, and you are special to me. So that's why I'm here, and I'm honored to be here. So hey,
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So let's get right into it. Tell everybody, for everybody that doesn't know who you are, who are you? How would you answer that question?
Who am I? I'm a child of God. That's who I am.
First.
No, so I am Andrae Crenshaw. I am a celebrity booking agent. I am also a manager to KeKe Wyatt. And I am also an entrepreneur. I have an events planning company. So I stay pretty busy. Busy.
I can imagine.
Between working with my artists and actually, to be quite honest with you, I really don't even have time to do my events planning company because I'm so busy on the road with the booking because I have a lot of artists under my celebrity booking agency, Drae Entertainment. So along with being KeKe's manager and my booking agency, I kind of like sneak over to the emails in the event planning company, and I'm like, I get back with y'all later. But special people that I love, I will take out the time and and do and make it happen for them. And plus, I have a lot of people that are good at what they do in with my events planning company, with the whole decor and everything, so I can contract them out to get the job done, So
got you.
That's what I've been doing here lately. So
okay. So literally, you're running two businesses at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're and most people
more stuff up my sleeve, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. So you literally are running two businesses at the same time, and most people can't even handle one. So that I think in itself speaks to the capacity of how you're able to work, how the integrity and the character that you have when it comes to your work. So that alone deserves to be celebrated. Number one. Number two. So for those that don't know, with an artist like KeKe Wyatt, who is sought after, and gains momentum by just one video post or one little singing blurb, on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, and they immediately call you or contact you to book her. She stays booked all the time.
You know what?
So
God is good. She stays
yeah,
booked. Yes.
yeah, she stays booked all the time. So just for the sake of, well, before we get into the artist, I'm gonna talk about you real quick.
All right.
So all right, so where are you from originally?
I am originally from Riceville, Tennessee, which is a small little town outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee. So, yes, so I am originally from Tennessee. I'm a country boy. I grew up with cows in my backyard, mooing. Yeah, with cornfields. Yes,
Wow.
I walk. I guess. Now, how I got here is Jesus.
I was gonna say.
I'm like, I don't know how I went from cornfields to like the Lord. Like, I'm like, I don't even know how I even got yeah.
I know. Your family is very, very important to you, and if I'm not mistaken, you come from a big family. You have siblings? Obviously, where do you fall in the sibling line?
Yes, I have. I'm the baby of 3. So I have my older sister who I love. Her name is Debbie. Then I have
Okay.
John, who is my brother older than me. My sister's the oldest. Then it's my brother, and then I'm the baby. We're all 5 years apart.
Okay. Okay. So not
So
too much time in between.
exactly, not too much time, but we're very close knit. I don't play about my brother and my sister and my mama and my daddy and my nephews or my cousins or nobody.
You
My
don't play
family.
about nobody. You don't play
Right.
about
My
nobody.
family. I love my family.
Yeah,
Right.
you guys are very close knit. I do know for sure. And so those family values, growing up as the baby, talk about some of maybe the family values that you carry over into your industry and what you do on a regular basis.
You know what? I so thank God for my raising and my parents, how my mother and my father, how they raised me with a foundation, um, a consistent foundation. Was we perfect? No, because we're human. But they
Hmm.
raised me in a stable household, in a stable home. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
and they just showed us. They always told us to treat people how you want to be treated. They told us to love people. If people did you wrong, this is where I have a little problem at, because I'll be ready to cut somebody out. I'll be ready to let them have it. But my mama used to always be like, that mouth, that mouth. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? But they have taught me how to, you had to have, they gave me a foundation and gave me the tools. And at the time when I was little, I was upset about it because I wanted to snap back or do this and do that. But now I understand that they was preparing me for my life and for my career and for my destiny.
Wow.
Because if I did not have that stability and that consistency with in a stable home and just being stable all the way around, I would not be able to be in this industry, because this industry has
Yeah.
a lot of challenges. I work with a lot, because the thing is, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. So
Hmm.
so a lot of times the enemy comes to um, the enemy is going to be the enemy and it's going to mess with everybody. But it's something about artists and celebrities and stuff that the enemy gives them a double portion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're not stable, when you start working with these artists and stuff, child, it'll be a tsunami. Like, it'll be a hot mess. Everybody will be,
Hmm.
all the celebrities, all the artists, everybody will be everywhere. So I thank God for being raised in a stable household, and my mother and my father putting values in me, and knowing who I am, and knowing that I don't have to try to be somebody else. I don't have to try to get. I just know they let me know, if you have God, you don't need nobody else. Period. So I know whose I am and who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an integral part, I think, especially for industry people in general, to have not only a solid foundation with family or people that you trust, or even your transplanted family, people that your families that you've created as your own. Not only that, but then also making sure that you have somewhere that's a safe haven to run back to. I think a lot of the times, artists and industry people alike, feel like they can't trust anybody, feel like they don't, everybody's out to get them, everybody's out to do them wrong. And so when you have a safe haven of people that for sure that this group of people, whether it's your family, your friends, or your pseudo family, these people I know for sure have my back, they have my best interest at heart, they protect and guard everything about me and who I am and what I do. I think that's incredibly important within the industry. So you can always tell who has that kind of safety net, or the people around you. You can always tell who has that and who doesn't, because then they it's people that don't care about anything, and there are people that do, that know, okay, well, I gotta think before I speak, because it's going to be a reflection not only of me but of the people that I consider close.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, country boy, tight knit family. How did you get to college? Did you go to college? Did you major in college?
You know what? I did go to college. I went to East Tennessee State University.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in college probably got to like my sophomore, my junior year. And I called and my best friend at the time, her name was Tanya. If you watching, Tanya. So her name was Tanya. So she was graduating from East Tennessee State. So she was like, I'm graduating for East Tennessee State. Now, mind you, before I say that, I went to college. I really didn't want to go to college, but that's the thing to do. You're going to go to high school, you're going to graduate, and you're going to go to college. And I don't want my mom and daddy looking at me like, oh, he a bum. So,
and the baby. How's the baby not going to go to college?
Right. I'm not going to upset them like that. I'm going to college, even if I don't want to. Right. So I went to college, and I'm getting by college. I'm doing it. But Tanya says, well, I'm graduating and I'm moving to Atlanta. And I said, oh, well, I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm not graduating, but I'm moving to Atlanta too.
He's like, we gonna skip one part, but I'm not moving.
Man, we're going to skip my part, but I'm going to jump on your part without the graduation and move to Atlanta.
Right.
So I called my mom and dad, and it was like, well, I'm moving to Atlanta. So my mom and dad was like, well, wait a minute, but you still in college. But I'm like, right, but I'm still moving to Atlanta because I'm not going to be in college tomorrow because I'm moving to Atlanta. So, but my mom and dad know, long story short, they know me, and they know that if I'm going to do that, then I'm going to make something work. So they trust me. So I moved to Atlanta, and I met my god brother. God rest his soul. His name was Arnie Epps. Mm-hmm. And Arnie was actually, he took me under his wing in Atlanta, Georgia. And, at the time, they was having concerts. Well, before that, I got a job. Like right when I moved to Atlanta, I got a job at a home health care company.
Okay. So you did something else. Okay.
Yes. So I came and got a job because that's another thing that my father has taught me, because my father is an entrepreneur. So he's been an entrepreneur all my life. So I've always watched him work. So he told me, he's always told us to keep a job, So even when I moved to Atlanta, can you still see me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you good.
Okay. My phone over here tripping. I'm doing 30 things at one time. So when I first moved to Atlanta, I went straight and got me a job because I don't play about that. So got me a job. So in the midst of, so I was working at a home health care company called. So at that time, then I met Arnie. Arnie took me under his wing. I still have my corporate job. And Arnie and Renee Miller. Hey, Renee Miller, who you see on the lottery. She does the lottery even now. Like she's lottery lady on. So Arnie and Renee, they used to do something called Wind Down Wednesdays back in the day.
Okay.
Early to like 99, because I moved here in 98.
Okay.
So when Atlanta was just the bomb, you hear me? It's still the bomb, but it was the bomb.
I could imagine. Only.
Yeah. So So they did Wind Down Wednesday. So what I would do was Arnie would have me, they had a marketing company. So, and it was called Omega Media. So what they did was, so I would help Arnie go pick up the artists
For the
that
Wind
was
Down Wednesday?
for the Wind Down Wednesday. So I would be taking them to like the radio station and stuff like that. And so that's how I got started, is with Arnie F. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so there I met another person there at the radio station that already was dibbing dabbing in celebrity bookings, but he worked at the radio station. But at that time he was like, you know what, I need something different. I don't really want to work at this radio station no more. And I said, well, why don't you quit and you become a celebrity booking agent? Now I'm still working my corporate job, but he's like, well, if I become a celebrity booking agent, you got to be my assistant. So I was like, I'll be your assistant, but I'm not quitting my job. But I will.
Right.
So that's how I got started in this.
Okay. So you are booking now, and you're working a 9 to 5, so to speak. And I can imagine. Go ahead.
No, I'm because I
Oh,
rumble. So I rumble. I just rumble. I ramble a lot.
no,
I ramble a lot. So you got to control me, Dewayne. You got to tell me.
I got you.
You got to
I
drive.
got you.
I'll be
I'm
all over.
I'm I'm
I keep it
driving, and
real
you.
too. I keep it real.
Yes,
So I'll be all over the
yes,
place.
you do. So okay, so you're working a 9 to 5, and you're doing booking on the side. Because a lot of the times we have people that don't, know when to leap out, like step out on faith and follow their dreams and do, that entrepreneurial jump into working for themselves and really sustaining, the life that they're accustomed to live. So you're working a 9 to 5. You also are booking people on the side. When did it become too much and you knew that you had to really give the attention to, what you were called to do, which is obviously manage and celebrity booking?
Listen, it was crazy because I was living two different lives because I was going on the road to being an assistant to the booking agent. So I was going on the road with the artist at the moment, at the time. Then I was coming back so Friday I would leave. Friday, Saturday, I'm on the road. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, on the road with the artist, coming straight back from the airport, going straight to my corporate job, sitting at my desk. So I go from being called Mr. Crenshaw, what can I get you, hand and foot, to yes, how are you doing today? Blah blah blah. But that's the part that people don't. But I knew I wanted to quit every time I went back. But I knew in my spirit it's not time to quit, because let me tell you about entertainment. And entertainment is, at that time too, I was getting my feet wet. So it wasn't like money was coming in like that. Entertainment, you may have 5 gigs on 1 month and you may have 0 on another month. So therefore, I have wisdom enough to know, oh, I'm not going to quit my job. I need consistent coins. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
So, but a lot of people, that's where people mess up, because they don't want to stay throughout the whole process. They want to go ahead and just quit. And then they stand over there with their lights off talking about, God, why you did this? Because God did not take you time to quit. That's why God did that. So you still have to have your job. So long story short, I kept that. I was wanting to quit every other week. And my mother would say, is it time to quit? No, it's not time to quit. You still going to, it's okay if you tired on Monday and
Yeah.
Tuesday. It's okay, and so long story short, I stayed at that job for 11 years, like 11 years.
Wow.
Big, but probably it was probably about 6 years of that, going back and forth, um, doing the entertainment and doing that. And so one day I came in and they called us all in the room and they said, we want to call everybody in the room. We have something to tell you. And they said, we are get ready to sell the company and we are eliminating your job, but we're giving you a package. We're giving you
Wow.
a package. So they said, but if we call your name, we're going to give you the package. But if we don't call your name, then you have to stay, because we do have another department that's going to stay. Now, mind you, there's people in the room that is crying, like upset, but I'm in there like praying, like, please say my name. Please say my name. So Dewayne, They say Andrae Crenshaw, and when I tell you I went into one on screen,
Oh,
I was so happy. I know
yes.
everybody else was calling their husbands and their wives, and they was crying, and they was like, "Oh my God!" And I know probably some people from the place is probably watching too. But anyway,
Yeah.
but the truth is the truth.
It's
So
the truth.
so they was calling their people, and they was like crying and stuff, and then I called my mom, and I'm like, Mom, they just laid us out. My mom was like, Hallelujah. I'm like trying to cover the phone chat. I'm like, no, wait a minute. I should have called her when I got in the car. And what was
Yes.
so crazy about it was the next day, my friend Tracy was having her birthday party in Jamaica. So I was already booked for a vacation the next
Oh,
day
you
in
was
Jamaica.
gone.
And when I tell you that was the best vacation I ever had, to know that I ain't never got to go back to that place again. And so from there, Drae Entertainment just took off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Now,
it was the Lord made it a way to where it all worked together. But if I had quit in those little 7 years from from working, it would all messed up.
yeah, yeah. I can totally relate to that to more than you know, but we'll talk about that offline.
Oh,
Um, but what's interesting is that people, obviously, in this time, people are being creative. They're creating businesses. They're creating spaces, obviously, because we're in quarantine or, we're in a pandemic. Talk about, did you have a clear vision for Drae Entertainment when you started? Did you know exactly what you wanted to do, or was it kind of gray and you knew you had to create it? But did you know exactly what you were going to do once you started?
no, not really. You know, I knew that I don't really think that I knew exactly what I was going to do. I knew that I knew that I wanted to be a booking agent because booking artists, for some reason, I've always had a special gift that clicked with artists. So I
Hmm.
was always either friends with them, or I was always either, that's my brother or sister, not blood, but you know what I'm saying. So,
Hmm.
I was like, well, one day I was like, okay, because I was at a point that I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I was just like, Lord, show me what I need to do. Like, what is my destiny? What I need to do. But it's things that come natural that can make you money. So if these artists are going to be my friends and going to be with me all the time, I'm going to book you and make money
Yeah.
off you.
Yeah.
So let me book you. So that's what I did. So that's what I started doing. And so that's how, so it wasn't that I knew exactly. Well, I guess I don't know, Dewayne. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I kind of did.
It's
It
hard.
just
I would
all
say it's
it
hard.
flowed. It flowed.
Yeah. Yeah. I can definitely see how you just took what you were already doing and made it work for you and made it profitable.
Yeah, and then
So
it just grew on its own. And then I'm big on reputation. I'm big on doing good business. Even if people don't do me right, I may cuss and go off, but at the end of the day, in another room, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make it right because I believe in doing good business. I've been doing business with people, my same clients for not only the artists, my promoters are my clients too. The companies, the big
mm,
expos and stuff like this that they have yearly. These people are my clients, and they can go to any other booking agent they want to, but they come to me because I'm big on integrity. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And it's not this in this industry. Everybody's crooks. Most of everybody is a crook.
say
So
that.
I make sure I pride myself on separating myself from all the how they think that the industry is.
So now that's a great segue into, obviously people perpetrate a lot and say, oh, I'm a booking agent, or I'm a manager, and I can work with this person and that person and this person. Kind of talk about what your job really entails as a booking agent and then also a manager. Obviously, you touched on a little bit earlier about being integral in the life of the person that you're representing, but what exactly do you do for those that don't even know what your job entails?
Well, for a booking agent, I you basically find the gigs for your artists. And you know, you can do blasts. There's just several different ways that you can do to find gigs for your artists. Or you got to keep your ear to the street. You got to keep your ear to the street. You got to stay in the know to know what's coming up. You know, and then once, so basically a booking agent, you're booking the show for the artist. So the promoter will call, or you will call the promoter and say, yeah, I see that you have a show coming up. Can I get this person, this person, and this person on your show? You're looking for more artists, you know, or whatever the case is. So you just go to, you know, and so you can do it that way with booking or the promoter. Like once you get known, promoters will just start reaching back out to you.
To you, yeah.
So they'll hit me, like right now they'll hit me and say, Drae, we need such and such, such and such, and such and such for October the 30th, you know. And so my job is to speak with their management, the artist management, and just make sure that they're available. I negotiate the rates. Um, the manager of the artist accepts it or denies it. I'm the liaison between the promoter and the management of the artist, the actual artist. So and so I work it out and I close the deal. And I used to separate myself from other booking agents because I would travel with the artist, whoever it is. But I done got old now. Yeah, I done got old. I don't do that. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna send it over. But back in my 20s, I could do it. But I'm not in my 20s no more. So therefore, but yeah, and then on the management side, to be honest with you, I always told KeKe, I'm not going to be your manager. I do not want to be a manager because I don't want to be a manager. I don't like management. I don't want to do none of that. But she would be like, yes, you are. I don't care. Yes, you are. So therefore, again, I keep it real. So with management, I really don't want to be no manager, but I am. So with that, it's more of, it's an overall, you making sure that, huh?
I was saying hey to Dillion. He's on.
Oh, hey, Juliana. So with a manager, you have to make sure overall, like from the music, from endorsements, for like you are literally driving the bus, like from A to Z. You know what I'm saying? So booking, you can book the show and go, and you book the show for the artist, to the promoter, for whatever show it's going to be, and then management, you're going to do everything from A to Z.
So that's a great understanding of the two. You don't have to travel when you book the artist. You don't have to travel when you book the artist, but when you're the manager, you do everything from A to Z.
Right.
Right. Exactly. So if you're booking, you're just getting in contact with their manager. They already have a manager technically, or maybe, and you say, hey, I've booked for this. You know, if the date's available, yes. Okay, great. There we go. You guys go and do it. Here's the contract. Everything's been sent over. You've been booked. Here's the rates, etc. As a manager, you're more hands-on and you're more detailed as it pertains to what the artist needs, and you're handling everything from logistics to sound to travel to hotel to etc. And that also makes sense as to why you don't manage a lot of people at once. Because I can't imagine you. Right. I can't imagine you doing that for everybody.
Listen, it wouldn't even be possible because I'm so tired, like all the time. But you know what? I've been doing it for so long. No, I'm not going to say I'm tired all the time because I've been doing it for so long now. I've got it down to a science. And my whole thing is I want it to look easy, even though, because this is the thing. I always want, just with KeKe, I'm just going to use her for example. Because when we go into a show, when we go on the road and we go into a show, I don't want her to be distracted by things that's going on. I want her to give a good show. So if she sees, because KeKe is so passionate about everything, if she sees me upset, she's like, who did it? Where they at? You know what I'm saying? So I want her to give a good show. So I always have to put on a face to like make it look so easy. To the point sometimes I think I spoiled it because she's like, oh, like, because I done made everything look so easy, but sometimes I have to be like, no, wait a minute, you don't know what I've been through today.
Listen,
because I done made this look easy, sweet muffin.
right. And I don't need your BS and their BS at the same time.
Right, but she don't give me no problem, whatever. But yeah, so I make it, but that's my whole goal, to make it look easy so the artist can just freely and peacefully go out and do what they and give a good show.
Yeah. Talk about confidentiality for a little. Huh?
Y'all even answer your question. You know
You
how you
did.
talk. Oh, okay.
You did. You did. You didn't ramble that time.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Talk about confidentiality for a little bit and how important it is to maintain the privacy of the artists that you work with, the relationships that you have, et cetera. Because I think also a lot of the times people do not, they want to flash it. They want to make it, they want everybody to know, oh, I work with this artist. I do this. This is what I'm about this, et cetera. And they don't really, hold confidentiality, as a standard anymore. So talk about why that's important for you and your agency.
That is very important for me because if an artist, first of all, with artists, celebrities, high profile people, they already are very on the edge and very because they don't trust anybody anyway, because trust,
Mm-hmm.
they've always, gotten the bad deal or bad end of the stick. So they don't trust nobody. So they come in not trusting. So it's very important for me to show them that it's safe here. You can trust you can trust my company. You can trust me. And I think that's the reason I have been successful in this industry. And because everyone knows, every artist that works with me, every artist friend that I have, everybody knows that they can trust me. I'm holding so many secrets. It's so many secrets. I tell them, I tell my artists, and I tell my artists and my clients all the time, like, I could write one old book and be a billionaire tomorrow. But I would never do that. I would never do that.
Yeah.
Even if it's the artist and that's where people go wrong. And that's where people go wrong because so many people are so ready to say who they know or who they are around and stuff like that. And it's really hurting them because artists are paying attention to that. They see what you're saying on Facebook. Artists watch YouTube. Celebrities look at Instagram all day, so they are watching that and seeing, are you telling business or what are you saying? So that hurts your business. They're not going to come to you because they don't know if you're going to go on Facebook and say something, or what I'm saying. So it definitely can. So it's very important to me, and I know that's why a lot of people. That's why I'm blessed, and I thank God for it. But yeah, that I'm just, and then I'm so weird because I'm not moved on. I'm a genuine person, and I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If I'm not getting ready to, I'm just a genuine person. So I don't care who you are. It don't matter who. There's a lot of people I feel like they have to get satisfaction or feel some kind of void by showing people who they around or who they with and blah blah blah. Like who cares? Like what's that gonna do for you?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Like they don't do nothing for you. Like you know what I'm saying? So if I'm somewhere with them, either yes, okay, they my friends, but guess what? We gonna make a coin somewhere too. And then I'm going home and
That
I'm gonna
part.
my other friends that's waiting on me at the restaurant at Hudson
At
Grill.
the rest. Right. People do things for likes and shares and, for the clout or notoriety to say that they were actually with the person a lot of the times. And so that's the world that we live in. So to know that you're able to maintain, the relationships and the connections with your artists without exploiting them is a major, 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 major plus about your agency and your ministry that you do. I say ministry because that's what it is, because you still working.
That's really what it is. It's serving. And people look at it and they think that It's so easy, and when you call to do something, you can flow, and it's easy. But at the same time, if you're not willing to sacrifice, it's a lot of sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
denying yourself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to deny yourself. You have to sacrifice, and in order to be able to do this job.
Yeah, I would. That's with any entrepreneur that has a dream or
Yeah,
an industry that you want to do. That's anybody. Anybody can, and you have to be able to sacrifice for what you believe in and what you want to accomplish. So I love it. I love it. I love the fact that you have a standard. And I think a lot of people go into the industry without that. They don't come in with the standard. They just want the notoriety and what it looks like.
but
So,
you know who helped me with the standard and stuff, and to Tyler Perry, because after I left after I left my corporate job,
hmm
I went and I interned also with Def Jam and LA Reid Music Publishing. Then I left there and I went and worked with Tyler because I wanted to get things up under my belt. Like I wanted to just learn. Like,
what these are
yeah,
things that we don't know. That's
I know,
I never knew that.
I know. Because again, I'm always behind the scenes, and like I don't know. But yeah, so but Tyler taught when I worked with because I was actually Ozzy Aru. I worked on a project, and I was Ozzy Aru's assistant. And
hmm
at that time, this was at the old location. Um, and At that time, Ozzy Aru was the president of Tyler Perry Studios. So
hmm
I worked as one of his assistants. But they taught so much excellence, and I learned so much there. And he would always say, some of y'all going to stay here, and there's some of y'all. He would say, this is a nest. Some of y'all are going to stay here in this nest, but some of you guys are going to learn, and then you're going to fly out the nest. Now, I was one that was flying out the nest.
Oh
Because if
yeah.
you work for Tyler Perry, you were going to be at Tyler Perry's from 6 in the morning to 12 at night. And honey, the Lord said, honey, no ma'am. Okay. So, but that's why he's who he is. It's just that I have
Yeah.
my own vision, and so I want to fly to do my own vision. But I learned so much from him. I learned excellence from him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay. So these now you have one of the sanguinest, as we've talked about throughout this conversation, you have one of the sanguinest people in the entire world that you manage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Talk about just keeping up with her, because you just posted the other day. You posted a video of her and Jennifer Hudson singing together. Just ran, y'all were just hanging out, and then now they want to sing. And like, how do you deal with all of the greatness that you're around most of the time that most people don't have access to? How do you deal with being able to just be in the spaces with your Jennifer Hudsons and your Faith Evanses and your Eva Zels and all of those people? Like, how can you handle? But again, I would probably answer it for you and say these are your friends, so it's not like you're doing anything
Yeah.
unusual.
Right. Like I don't even think about it. Like I don't even I mean, I realized that I thank God for favor, but but at the same time, like because these people have became my family, I
hmm
don't even realize it until somebody says it. Like, oh my God, you were such and such, you were such like, and then because for instance, I grew up like Faith Evans. I grew up and
Listen,
if Faith Evans was on the TV, they know that I'm going to be front and center.
yes,
And so I did have a moment with, but once I got cool with Faith, and she became, because Faith is my KeKe is my wife and Faith is my baby mama. So,
uh,
but once I got cool with Faith, like she became family, so I wasn't even thinking. But one day I was at her house in LA, and I walked by a picture, and it was just like I think I went back to like when I was like 13 or 14, like 15 years old, like excuse my language, but bitch, I'm in Faith's house.
I-
And I was like, but that
yes,
But it was just like, oh my God, because I remember running to the TV but now, now I can just, she helps me. I love her so much. She is like a jewel to my life.
Yeah.
So Eva, listen, I don't play about Eva Marcille because Eva has been a friend from day one, a real friend, not no TV, not
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
housewives, not no nothing. That's a real friend that my car is tore up on the side of the road and I'm on my way to get you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And not only that, just a real friend. And they so I don't, it don't hit me until, and of course Jennifer, that's our family. I love Jennifer Hudson, that's our boo. Like all the girls, like it's so crazy because it don't even hit me though until somebody says like Drae, and I'm like, oh well, yeah, but I think that's why it works because somebody
Hmm.
who was not genuine and wanted to be flashy and want to be, because people know celebrities and people, high profile people, they know who is genuine and they know
It was not.
who is not and who's trying to
Yeah.
do this and the third and who has other agendas.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I'm not asking for no celebrity's phone number. I'm not asking to hang with no celebrity. I don't care. They'd be the ones
Yeah.
like, oh, you know what? Can I get you? Now, then I'll be like, well, I guess. Now I'm just playing. But
Right. What's your intention? What's your motive before
right,
I give you
what
my
yeah,
number?
because
Right.
because actually my play, I don't have room for not another nothing. Friend, celebrity,
Right.
But I am here to
Right.
do what God wants me to do. Whatever His plan is for me, that's what I want to do. I don't care.
And then the my last question in regards to you as a entity is how do you decide who you want to manage? How, because obviously I'm sure when people see that you're doing these amazing things for KeKe and she's doing all, and you're working over here with Eva for a little portion of this, or you're working over here with Faith for a little bit of that. How do you decide who is for you and who's not?
It's so easy for me. Like I know right off. I know I just
Hmm.
I'm sorry, everybody's trying to text me now. They had all day and
No.
everybody. Um it's so easy for me. It's like I know right off who I'm supposed to work with and who I'm not supposed to work with. And now I'm
Hmm.
so happy because it took me a while to know my worth. Now I know my worth. So I know what I'm going to put up with and what I'm not going to put up with. And it don't matter who the artist is, like I'm going to like basically just what I said. I know what I'm gonna put up with and I
You
know what I'm
know.
not. I know my
Yeah.
worth. So I know right off, like, okay, I go by my spirit. If my spirit says, okay, go ahead, if my spirit says no, and I'm not gonna waste nobody's time. I'm not even gonna lie to people. I'm gonna be like, no,
Hmm.
because I've been doing this for so long that I, I'm always gonna do this because I know that's my calling, and I know the artist needs people that they can trust in this business because that's hard to
Hmm.
come. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I have a whole nother lane that I'm getting ready to go down. So, people hit me up every day. Can you manage me? And I'm like, oh, sweet muffin, I'm sorry. No, you know, I want
Mm-mm.
to,
Yeah.
but I can't. Like, no, and I keep it real. I'm sorry, I just do. I don't even want to be a manager anyway. I didn't even want to be KeKe's manager, but God said yes, so okay.
Okay. Okay. So I like to do the last segment of my interviews with just a inside the actor studio type questionnaire at the end. So I'm going to ask you a question, and whatever the first thought that comes to your mind, that'll be your answer. All right. You ready?
Uh huh.
Now I know you're real because this is going to be fun, and it's just going to be simple answers. So I'm quite excited about this. What is your favorite word?
Uh, bitch.
Yes. But it's endearing and it's meaningful. You walk up to stuff, bitch, hey, that's
Right.
yeah, okay. What's your least favorite word?
Um. No.
A lot of people's least favorite word is no. They just don't like hearing no at all.
Want to hear no?
Or I can't.
Yes.
Yeah. What is your guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure is probably going. Let's see. What is my guilty pleasure? Eating. I just want to go eat. Like, period.
Listen, I am here to attest. You get a text message from Jay. Bitch, what you doing? Let's go to the restaurant. Come on, let's go eat. Okay, all right. That is Drae all day long.
Oh
If
god.
you get that kind of text from Drae, you family. You don't send that out to everybody.
I love restaurants. I do. I'm sorry. I do. Well, no, I'm not sorry. I love restaurants.
Right. If you were not a celebrity booking agent or a manager, what other profession would you try to attempt?
You know what? I would still be in healthcare. Like, I love working with healthcare, still helping people. Like,
Okay.
and then healthcare is never going anywhere. That's a good business to always be in because somebody's always going to be sick.
Somebody. It's somebody either being born or somebody dying every day.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Interesting. What sound or noise do you love?
Water, ocean, the ocean.
So your vacation is near some water, period, all the time. That
Every
you have
time.
to.
It's requirement.
Okay. Um, from a humorous perspective, you get to the gates of heaven and God turns around and sees you walk in the gates. What does God say to you? What's the first thing out of God's mouth?
You did that.
Yeah, you did that. Just the neck and the head and everything. I love it.
That's
I
what God
love it.
gonna say. He gonna say, "You
Guess what
did
God
that,
gonna say?
Drae. You did that."
You did.
I'm like, God, only for you.
Only
But
for
thank God,
you.
where is my crown? And what mansion am I going to? Show me, point me to
Hello.
my mansion. Which one I got? Because I know it's got to be huge for what I'm
Yes.
going through.
What I have been through, you better give me the
Listen,
biggest on the
the
top of the hill.
I'm trying to told you. Yes. Oh my
I
God.
love it, Drae. I love it. And my last question, in the beginning of this interview, I asked you, who are you? Who are you becoming?
Now I know you didn't bring me no Oprah Winfrey question like this. Who
Not
am I?
Oprah. Listen,
Listen,
I'm trying to be the male Oprah in these times of quarantine. I ain't got nothing
I
else to do.
see. Who am I becoming? I
Who are you
am
becoming?
God. Who am I becoming? It's not a hard question, but it's like, oh wait, he might have threw me off on this. Um, I think that I am becoming a. Um, I don't know. I don't know whoever God wants me to be. That's who I want to become. I really don't want myself to get in the way of what He wants
Yeah,
because I would mess that up. So that's really I just surrendered everything. That's why I think I'm big on. I wanted to move Andrae out the way. And I just
yeah,
want him to do whatever he wants me to do, whatever my assignment is here. That's what I want to become because otherwise it won't work.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I
Even with any other ventures that you have going on, like you just want to do whatever it is that God wants you to do, and that's totally understandable.
because I really don't have I literally a couple of years ago, I was just like, Lord, I'm putting everything in your hands. So whatever, like I'm moving my whole self out the way. I listen and I use wisdom to hear what he's telling me to do. And then, but other than that, you know, I after doing using wisdom, listening and doing what he tells me to do, and then following, and then it's like it matches up. And then it just
Hmm.
works. He gets you to the right
Yeah,
people you're supposed to be with. You be at the right place at the right time. Um, and it just and you sometimes you be just you like, God, oh my God, I cannot believe that just happened. This person just called me and said it's like, but he can't set it up if you've already just got in the way and messed up stuff trying to be flashy and do it yourself. Like it just won't work.
right. Right. Right.
But
Absolutely. So you're just becoming more of what God wants you to be.
that's all I
And
want to do.
definitely speaks to, you know, the connections that you have and the people that you're coming across. You don't want to manage no more, but you want to book as much as you can. So just get putting that in the atmosphere. But tell everybody how they can get in contact with you, where, how, what, etc. Because somebody did ask, I think Michael asked, if I can go back, or Mark rather, I'm sorry, Mark Williams asked, how can they get in contact with you, Drae? So give them your information.
So you can follow me on social media on IG, Drae, Drae Crenshaw. You can follow me on Facebook, Andrae, like Andre Crouch. Hallelujah. Crenshaw, Crenshhaw. And on there, you will see my emails and everything if you want to get in contact with me. But I'm not managing no more, y'all. But you can get in
Yeah.
contact with me. If you have
Just
any
this
other
is
questions.
disclaimer. I'm not managing. I'm not doing this no more. Don't ask me, you know, etc. Well, Jay, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking your time out of your busy schedule, because I know you are busy and I know you don't do this on a regular. So thank you for sitting with me and talking about your life and your industry. It means so much to me as a friend. And so I'm looking forward to our text conversation in regards to meeting you at the restaurant this week and next
Yes.
week. So you just tell me where we're going,
Okay.
and lunch is on me.
Yes. No, it's my I'm paying. It's all right.
Okay. All right. We'll
Thank
fight
you.
about that. But listen,
Okay.
guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me and Drae. Make sure you follow us at Swank Arts and Entertainment on Facebook and Instagram, Swank Arts ENT, and then also on our fan page on Facebook. This has been a Swank Arts and Entertainment interview series. I'm your boy DQ, aka Swank. This is Andrae Crenshaw. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
All right. Bye.
Later.